Welcome everybody, this is Daily Advanced Madden. We're into week 4 and things are heating up. Your record's at a premium. Some people already fighting for their playoff lives. Now, before we jump into all the great week 4 highlights, let's take a look back at week 3 and figure out who you voted for your highlight of the night.
Coming in third place from the LA Rams, it's going to be Cam Akers. Notice there's only 3 seconds left on the clock. He's going to bring it up the right-hand side, and anything shy of a touchdown will be all for naught, making the final guy miss. What a play up the right-hand side, getting the Rams their 7 points. Now in a tie for second place are the Packers and the Cards. Why? Well, here we are, 2 yards deep in the end zone. Is he going to find the seam? Some great blocking, some great stick work, finding the lane. That's going to be Grand Marquis taking it down the field for a quick 7. And you guessed it, Tommy, 2 beers. Does he ever skip a day at doing something ultra special? Here he is, 4 yards deep in the end zone. Some blocks for him and gonna have to find the hole, and he does as he tends to always do. Great play by Hawkins and Tommy 2 beers. Now coming in first place, it's going to be My Jumper is Green. Gets hit, goes up the sideline, has 2 guys to make miss, and he does it all. Off to the end zone, big 7 for the Bears in a huge victory. So that's our look at last week's highlight of the night. Now it's time, let's move on. Take a look at week 4.
A quick little message, just in case I can't do the voiceover on the highlights. There's a chance I get to this at like 2 in the morning, and it's just weird if I'm yelling at the top of my lungs about amazing plays with everybody sleeping. So, hopefully I get to voice over the highlights. If not, it's going to be Brandon and Charles leading you through the highlights. I've done the intros and the outros. I'll be with you for that. Really appreciate you tuning in. Let's see how it goes. The other thing is, no beard. Why? Had an ingrown hair, picked a little, and I had a little bit of a patch, so I shaved everything except for these. Let me know what you think. It's greasy. It's pretty greasy, but we're keeping it anyways. Okay, enjoy the show. First stop is going to be in Washington. Mike Drop's football team taking on Joey's Lions.
Picking things up 3-0 for the Lions at this point. It's going to be a quick score up the middle for Mike Drops and his Washington football team. 7-3 at that point. Fast forward to 10 all. It's going to be Thomas Rogers up the sideline. Are you kidding me? Leaping up the right-hand side, going over top, dunking on the Washington defender, and that's a 7-point score for the Lions. Joe Burrow gonna burrow his way into the goal line, getting themselves 7, making it 24-17 at that point. 7-point game. Lions, if they can score that and seal it, a Washington stop gives them a chance, and over the top, what arm strength from his own end zone to the 35-yard line, and no mistake doing the rest.
What a job by Joey and his Lions going into Washington, taking on a very tough football team, and Mike Drops getting the win in week 4. Beast Mode and his Steelers set to take on the New England Patriots in Keys to the City.
Is it going to be a quick 7 and a potential highlight of the night? Steelers up 13-10. He's bringing the ball out. Oh my goodness. What a hit stick. And just like that, the Patriots go up. Unfortunately, it appears we just had the one highlight to show you.
What an absolute shootout in New England. Pittsburgh in Beast Mode on top, 42-35. Sith and his Bengals looking for a victory in to take on the Bills and JJ Bands.
Picking things up, it's 14 all with Bills rolling back to pass, and what a gorgeous dot to end the half back in the end zone, and it's 21 all at this point, and that was a big 4th down stop by Sith and the Bengals, and fast forward 28-21 for the Bengals needing a score, and the Bills tie the ball game with a minute left. Is that too much time left on the clock? Just enough. 3 seconds to go. Not icing the kicker, but heat of the moment. Sometimes we forget, but you know what he didn't forget? How to split the uprights. Great kick by Sith to win the ball game.
J.J. Band's playing great ball against a very talented Sith. The Bengals taking this one 31-28. Timmy's Panthers hit the road to New Orleans to take on the Saints in King X 21.
Nothing opening drive. Kyler Murray under center has a little bit of time scanning the field, and then forget what I said about a little bit of time. Cameron Jordan getting loose off the shed up the middle. Murray unable to release now. This one able to release. What a phenomenal job hitting this receiver up the sideline. Robbie Anderson is in for 7 and a Saints lead. Now fast forward, Saints on offense. Going to be Dante Jackson stepping up in the pocket. What a gorgeous play by the Panthers secondary. Acrobatically going up to get the ball on the post route. Short little post route. Now here Alvin Kamara. You talk about getting skinny through the hole. I don't even know if you could call that a hole, but what a job. Goes sideways through the pile. And once he's into the open, no one's going to catch him. Another 7 points for the Saints now. Kyler back to pass. This time the block and holding up. Rolls to his right. Under pressure by the end of it. Did you see that playmaker up the right-hand side? Just gorgeous. And it was a great block by DJ Moore. Christian McCaffrey returns the favor, giving the block right back. That's how the Panthers are winning ball games. Everybody contributing. Now here it's going to be Dante Jackson rolling to his right. Gorgeous throw over the middle. And that's as close as they would come.
King X 21 and his New Orleans Saints hanging pretty tight with the reigning Super Bowl champs. Timmy and the Panthers taking this one. Stoppables Titans are on a heater. Now they go in to take on the Houston Texans and blitz. Big AFC South matchup.
Picking things up 14-0 Titans, who've been playing unbelievable ball. It's going to be a great throw over intermediate route, and what a play, making people miss on the way to the end zone. Now here, it's looking like a stretch. Everything's rolling to the outside, and whoop, big cutback. What a play by Blitz, but that's as close as they would come.
Stoppable is unstoppable right now. Big win for the Titans in Houston. Zona's Chargers playing great football, ready to go into Indianapolis and take on J-Rock and his Colts.
Now, is Bobby going to be the full-time user for Zona? Because I like talking about Natrell Jamerson and the similar lives we have led, but I guess if Wagner's in, Wagner's in. Now, end of the ball game, just a great play by EA here, as it's going to be a tip drill amongst the offense, wide open. How about that? Well, it's one way to get 7.
Zona's Chargers with their best game of the season, going into Indy and picking up the victory. J. Lou and his Dolphins ready for a big test, head to Green Bay to take on the Packers in Grand Marquis.
What kind of a league is this? Well, it's the kind of a league where if Grand Marquis is having technical issues, J. Lou saves them and throws up a highlight for them. Phenomenal people, and they're probably playing 5s later that night together on the same team. So anyways, let's get to it. What a job by Grand, bringing it out of the end zone. Had a phenomenal day.
Green Bay was on their A game. Not very often we pick up a donut, but what a perfect game by Grand Marquis. Ryan Seahawks feeling cheated after last game. Is that going to lead to a letdown, or are they going to be fired up as they take on their divisional rival, the Rams, and snap crackle?
Picking things up, it's Ryan Seahawks with a 7-point lead. Snap crackle at the helm, looking down the field. What a gorgeous design, gets his man absolutely naked for a 7-all score at this point. Now fast forward 14-7 for the Seahawks. Going to set up a screen at Cam Akers, and he's going to make no mistake. Sucks him into the block animation, gets to the left. Great job by the Rams. It was 14-all at that point. Now Ryan Seahawks up 2 scores when tip drill, and the Seahawks come down with it. Going to try to get up the field. Can he? And he brings it up to about the 32-yard line. Now to seal it, 31-14. It's going to be Zamir White in the Wildcat keeping, and what a good choice as he's off to the races.
Big game for Ryan as he takes on Snap Crackle. Early on in their head-to-head career, big win for the Seahawks. Playing with you and his Philadelphia Eagles into New York to take on the Giants, and oh yeah, next.
Picking things up 7-0 Giants, and the Giants with the ball. Mahomes gonna hand off to Chubb, and always dangerous from that point of the field. Now 14-7 Giants. Mahomes back to pass, surveys the field, finds a gorgeous crosser, makes a man miss with a big spin. He's into the end zone. Things looking good. 24-14. Maybe the play of the ball game. Sets up the screen, finds all the blockers, creates all the blocking, gets to the outside. What a phenomenal touchdown by the Eagles. Mahomes one more time, but this time climbing the ladder was the linebacker wearing number 28. Maybe he's a safety, but great play, 24-21, tight ball game. Chubb up the right-hand side, and that'll ice it.
Oh yeah, next in his Giants with a big home victory over the Eagles. Beast Dog DZ flying cross country all the way to San Fran to take on I. Miller and his 49ers.
Now, we've seen the stash with all sorts of great runs this year, but he's never had the likes of a Bosa chasing him down from behind, creating the turnover. Run, big fella, it's just a short distance. Oh, get on the treadmill, eat a salad. That was a 20-yard run. I could see you getting gassed if it was from your own 20, but come on, man, you pick that ball up at the 20-yard line, you shouldn't be getting gassed. Now, there's Minshew, the stash, getting over the line. Great touchdown. And he's into the end zone. Now here, 7-0 Falcons. It's going to be Minshew one more time. Rolling to his right, buying time, surveys the field, sends a man from the 20-yard line. And what a job getting it the rest of the way for another Atlanta score. It was 14-0 at that point, 21-3 right now, looking over the top. And tip drill, and you know what? I used to say never ends well, but it ended well once, so we're going to say doesn't often end well, and it ends up being the Falcons' ball. 41-9 at this point. Raheem Mostert getting his yards. He's in the race for the yardage lead. Gets a few more there.
DZ on absolute fire goes into San Francisco and kind of lays one on the 49ers. They'll be okay, though. They've been playing great ball. Connor's Chiefs into Arizona to take on Tommy Two Beers and the Cards.
6-0 Chiefs score. Halfway through the first quarter, it's going to be Bridgewater rolling to his right, looking down the field, throwing a little bit off balance. And the X Factor is going to light up and take it back a good distance. My goodness, is this going to be a house call? What a gorgeous pick by Connor, and a great return, running and winning the race to the outside. Apologize for the technical difficulties. I tried it on every resolution, and no matter what, we got pixelated. But you know who's not pixelated? John Ross. Unbelievable job getting by everybody. It's 20-0 at this point. Connor playing great ball, but you know Tommy's not going to lay down. It's going to be Hawkins up the sideline, getting his yards one way or another, whether it be kick returns or runs like that one. Now here, it's going to be Deshaun Watson back to pass. Let's it go! Unbelievable catch, and wasn't even touched. 3 defenders tight in the area, but it's a 7-point score for the Chiefs now here. Love it, Tommy. Love it, Tommy. Make it work. Make it work. That is definitely the cutest play I've ever seen in Madden. That was gorgeous. Great play by Tommy. A little bit of a Selly, a little bit of a share, and here's Hawkins one more time down the sideline, getting his yards. Just a phenomenal day for Hawkins. Now, looking to the right corner in the end zone. Gorgeous dot. Got those toes down.
Connor and his Chiefs responding well to all the trades, getting in the personnel that they like. Big win over Arizona. Starboy and his high-flying offense into Minnesota to take on K-Mac 33 and his Vikings.
In the red zone, Saquon Barkley in the backfield, gonna hand it off to the right, and bowls his way through a pair into the end zone. Could be a great day for Saquon in this one. Now, 14-0 for the Jets. Rolling back to pass. Danny Dimes over the top. Not deep enough. Justin Jefferson not able to turn around in time and run back to the underthrown ball. Great play by Jalen Ramsey. Obviously good in coverage. Now, is it 7 because of a big return, or are we going to not hold our one, get fumbled, hit stick for a reply? It's going to be some gorgeous stick skill by Starboy all the way down the field. Nobody's going to catch him. Labbing with Tommy all night the night before, paying off. Man puts in work. Gets a kick return touchdown of his own. Great job by Starboy. Now here, Trevor Lawrence back to pass. Surveys the field. Just a gorgeous dot.
Too much for the Vikings to handle all day. Starboy goes into Minnesota and lays a thumping, respectfully, over the Vikings. Javon and his Broncos into Las Vegas to take on King Cube's Raiders in an AFC West matchup.
Devoted elite player King Cube brought his PlayStation on vacation. Unfortunately, would not connect appropriately, couldn't get the highlights, in fact, couldn't get the game in. Our streak of 96 consecutive games played comes to a halt. So this game wasn't played, even though I talk about it like it was.
Javon and his Broncos playing great ball. I do expect for the Raiders to bounce back big next week. JJ, affectionately known here as Sham, his Bucks are in to take on the Cleveland Browns and CJ Reigns.
Picking this one up just before the half, it's the Bucks. Gonna be Coleman back to passing. That Browns pass rush was after it all day, and who better to pick up a loose ball than Denzel Ward? Definitely did a better job than Big Man Jones that we saw in the Niners game earlier. No gasser for him. He's all the way to the end zone for a 7-point score. It's a 14-7 ball game at the half. Now here, what we've got, Coleman back to pass, and what a gorgeous dot just inside the cone, laying out, tapping the toes, holding onto the ball. Now here, just a gorgeous play by the Browns. What happens is the Bucks were in a heavy blitz, and he finds Njoku over the top. And from 21-7 became 21-14, becomes 21-all. Now here the Bucks, gorgeous corner route hits him just inside the sideline to go up 28-21. Now needing a score, 43 seconds left, 2 timeouts on the clock. Gonna launch a nice intermediate ball. Welcome to Madden, but at least it wasn't picked. And guess what? He got his touchdown. 28-all. JJ needing a drive for the victory. Coleman back to pass. Immediate block shed up the middle. And it's going to be the Browns scooping and scoring for the win.
CJ Reigns, you just held home court against JJ and the Bucks, a perennial 15-1, 14-2 type of guy. Big win for Cleveland in this one. Time to take a peek at the top performers from around the league. Let's see who won our Players of the Week.
Well, if you can't get a kick return touchdown on a given day, how about 244 rushing yards with 2 rushing touchdowns? Great day on the ground for Hawkins of the Arizona Cardinals and Tommy Two Beers. And they were not done there on the defensive side of the ball as well. 10 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 interceptions. Isaiah Simmons, phenomenal job for the Cards. Over in the AFC, it was Deshaun Watson of the Kansas City Chiefs. 486 passing yards, 6 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 4 sacks. Keep in mind, this is all from the same game. Unbelievable job both ways. And rounding it out from the Titans and unstoppable Desmond King II with 3 tackles, 3 interceptions in a huge win in the AFC South for the Titans.
3 amazing highlights to choose from. Make sure you leave in the comments section below who you're going to vote for this week's Highlight of the Night.
In the running game as well, and they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving.
He's got a man, complete, pass the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit.
Game. It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament. But it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. Play action now. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Derwin James with a pick. And he will up there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Cardinals.
3 amazing highlights to choose from. Make sure you leave your vote in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. We do this every single day. Now, with that being said, the question of the day. If you know the people around our league, and we have some elite users, everybody grinding 16, 17 weeks a year, if you had a game where you had all your money on the line, which player are you selecting to play on your behalf if you had to choose someone to go head-to-head versus any random online? Who are you putting up to bat for you? Leave it in the comment section below separately from your highlight of the night vote. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Love what's going on in our Madden community. Appreciate all the support, and we will see you tomorrow with Week 5.